In previous video I told you already the concept of multinomial theorem in permutations and combinations. So in the previous video I have explained when the limitations are uniform for all the given variables. Now I am going to take the second model of applying the multinomial theorem in permutations and combinations. So what is the second type we are having? In second type, I told you already the limits are not uniform for the variables. Here, that model I have given a problem. See the problem. In how many ways can three persons A, B, C having 6 1 rupee coins, 7 1 rupee coins, 8 1 rupee coins respectively can donate 10 coins collectively? That means here A is having 6 coins, A is having 6 coins, B is having 7 coins, and C is having 8 coins. So these three persons are donating, okay, collectively. So in how many ways they can donate collectively to get 10 coins? Let us consider that let A donate x1 coins. Let A donates x1 coins. x1 coins. And B donates x2 coins. And C donates x3 coins. Okay. For us, the required condition is x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 10. x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 10. But because A is donating x1 coins, B is donating x2 coins, C is donating x3 coins. So the required condition is sum of these three must be equal to 10. Such that, what are the conditions for x1, x2, x3? Let us see. Such that A may donate 0 coins to maximum of how many coins he can donate? 6 coins. But because A is having only 6 coins. So that's why such that 0 less than or equal to x1 less than or equal to 6. Similarly for x2 is the number of coins donated by B. That means B is having maximum 7 1 rupee coins. 0 less than or equal to x2 less than or equal to 7. Similarly, C can donate x3 coins. C is having maximum 8 coins. That's why 0 less than or equal to x3 less than or equal to 8. I hope all of you understood this. Why? Because what I am considering is, let us consider that A donates x1 coins. The number of coins donated by A is x1. Number of coins donated by B is x2. Number of coins donated by C is x3. So the required condition is sum of these three must be equal to 10. Why? Because collectively our condition is they have to donate 10 coins collectively. That's why x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 10. Here I wrote the conditions for x1, x2, x3. What are possibilities? A may donate 0 coins, maximum of 6 coins. Why? Because he is having only 6 coins here. So that means the values possible for integral values possible for x1 is from 0 to 6. Similarly, B is donating x2 coins, but B is having how many coins? Maximum 7 coins. That's why the possibilities for x2 is 0 to 7. Similarly, the possibilities for x3 is 8. So now let us apply my multinomial theorem to get the number of ways. So this implies number of ways they can donate is equal to coefficient of, this is the important step, remaining is calculation part. How to write is important. Try to understand that. Once if you understood how to write, then simplification part easily you can do. So coefficient of x power 10 in, so first I am taking the first variable. What are the possibilities for the first variable? 0 to 6. That means x power 0 plus x power 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 into, so why? Because 0 to 6 are possible for the first variable. Second variable, what are the possibilities? 0 to 7. That means x power 0 plus x square plus x cube, x power 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 plus x power 7 into, what is the third variable? Third variable possibilities are from 0 to 8. That means x power 0 plus x power 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x power 4 plus x power 5 plus x power 6 plus x power 7 plus x power 8. I hope all of you understood now. That means for each variable what are the possibilities, we need to write them as the powers. Okay, for x1 the possibilities are from 0 to 6. We need to write 0 to 6 powers. Similarly for x2 what are the possibilities? 0 to 7. That's why we wrote 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For third variable what are the possibilities? 0 to 8. That's why 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we are writing. Now simplify this. How to simplify this? Coefficient of x power 10 in this is 1 plus x square plus x cube plus so on x power 6 into 1 plus x square plus so on x power 7 into 1 plus x square plus so on x power 8. Now this is equal to coefficient of x power 10 in coefficient of x power 10 in this is nothing but 1 minus x power 7 by 1 minus x into this is 1 minus x power 8 by 1 minus x. Already we know 1 minus x power n by 1 minus x is equal to 1 plus x square plus so on up to x power n minus 1. This is the important formula you need to remember. 1 minus x power n by 1 minus x is equal to 1 plus x square plus so on up to x to the power of n minus 1. By using this formula I am writing this one. 1 plus x square plus x cube plus so on x power 6 is nothing but 1 minus x power 7 by 1 minus x. Similarly this will become 1 minus x power 8 by 1 minus x. Similarly this will become 1 minus x power 9 by 1 minus x. 1 minus x power 9 by 1 minus x. So now let us simplify this one. Coefficient of x power 10 in 1 minus x power 7 by 1 minus x, 1 minus x power 8 by 1 minus x, 1 minus x power 9 by 1 minus x. Now this is equal to coefficient of x power 10 in 1 minus x power 7 into 1 minus x power 8 into 1 minus x power 9 into 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. Now, see here. First let us multiply these two brackets. What we are going to get? Coefficient of x power 10 in, multiply these two, 1 minus x power 7 minus x power 8 plus x power 15 into 1 minus x power 9 into 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. So here I have multiplied first these two brackets. 1 minus x power 7 minus x power 8 plus x power 15 into 1 minus x power 9 into 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. That means coefficient of x power 10 in 1 into 1 minus x power 7 minus x power 8, okay, minus x power 9 into 1 minus x power 9, next plus remaining I am not taking. Why? Because all the powers of x greater than 10 we are going to get. First 1 into 1 into x power 7, 1 into x power 8, 1 into x power 15 I am not writing. Why? Because I don't bother about the more than highest powers of x power 10. Why? Because I need up to x power 10 only. Next x power 15, if you multiply with minus x power 9 into 1, minus x power 9, and remaining also we are not bothering. Why? Because x power 9 into x power 7, x power 16 we are going to get. And this is 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. Now this is equal to, how to get coefficient of x power 10? 1 has to be multiplied with 1 into coefficient of x power 10, coefficient of x power 10 in 1 minus x whole power minus 3 minus 1 into x power 7 has to be multiplied with x cube, coefficient of x cube, coefficient of x cube in 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3, again minus x power 8 has to be multiplied with coefficient of x square in 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3, and x power 9 has to be multiplied with x. So that's why minus 1 into coefficient of x power 1 in 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 3. Now how to get the different powers of in 1 minus x whole power minus n? So already I have given the formula for coefficient of x power r, coefficient of x power r in 1 minus x whole to the power of minus n is n plus r minus 1 CR. This formula already I have given in the previous video also. N plus R minus 1 CR. So that formula we need to use here. N plus R minus 1 CR formula already I have given. Now this is equal to, what will get here? 1 into coefficient of, so here n plus r minus 1 CR minus 1. So n is 3 here. So 3 plus 10 minus 1. 3 plus 10 minus 1 C, coefficient of x power 10 we need. So 10 minus 1 into, here coefficient of x cube we need. So x cube means x power r. In the place of r we are having 3. So that means 3 plus 3 minus 1 C 3 minus 1 into coefficient of x square. In the place of r we are having 2 here, and n is equal to 3. So that means 3 plus 2 minus 1 C 2. Next minus 1 into, again, so here n is equal to 3, r is equal to 1. That means 3 plus 1 minus 1 C1. So now let us simplify further. What we are going to get, let us see here. Three plus 10, 13. 13 minus 1, 12. So nothing but 12C10 minus 3 plus 3, 6 minus 1, 5C3 minus 3 plus 2, 5. 5 minus 1, 4C2 minus 3 plus 1, 3C1. Now this is equal to 12C10 is same as 12C2. That is nothing but 66 minus 10 minus 6 minus 3. So nothing but 66 minus 19, which is nothing but 47 ways we are going to get. That means unitedly A, B, C can donate 10 coins. In how many ways they can donate? 47 ways they can donate A, B, C. So this is the application of multinomial theorem in permutations and combinations. This is the second case. Actually 4 cases are possible. So this is the second case. First case already I have discussed in my previous video. So this is the second case wherever the limitations of the variables are different. Okay. So I will go for the third case and fourth case in upcoming videos. Thank you very much.